Hi you guys, it's Mrs. Palm. This page, journal page 313, is one that traditionally has been kind of hard because they are trickier on this page than any other page, really. So I'm going to show you some things. Notice that you are finding the rectangle method. So you have these triangles, right? To find the area of a triangle, you need to make a rectangle of it. Now, why don't you pretend that I'm drawing this line with this straight edge? Because I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, but now you can see right here that when I fill this in like this, I'm making a rectangle, right? And you know how to find the area of a rectangle. You do base times height. But when you find the area of a triangle, then, very tricky, is you make a rectangle out of it and then you cut it in half, you know, the number in half, or you multiply it by 1/2 or something like that. So go ahead and count how many square centimeters are here. And you can go ahead and practice doing the multiplication method. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, and then it's 1 high here, so it's 1. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. And 1 times 4 is 4, correct? Well, that's the area of the whole rectangle. So if you want to find the area of the triangle, you have to cut that in half. So the area for that would equal, dun, 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 2 centimeters. And here's the tricky part. Squared. 2 centimeters squared. I know, I can't write very well on this. But there are all sorts of other tricky kinds of triangles. So why don't you do this one first, and this one you can easily make a rectangle out of. And let me show you how to do this part. Okay, so when you look at this parallelogram, right? There's this slanted line, right? And there's another slanted line right down here. Guess what? You can do this 2 ways. You can go ahead and calculate this rectangle right here and cut it in half because it's triangle. And then you're going to know something very interesting. You do that. What do you notice? Take a look at this and take a look at this. They're the same, right? Okay. Think about how that's going to help you find the area of H. I want you to think about that because that's going to be an important one. Because here's another one that you can practice your theory on. So that's the one that I think is, you know, kind of straightforward. This is the triangle that every year there are a gazillion kids that just get all mixed up. Because you have to think about what is not. So you're going to find... So you can, if you look at this, you can make kind of a rectangle. Whoops, oops. Pretend those are straight lines. Sorry. But if you just take a look at this line, that line intersects, right? And you're going to then find how much this is, because that's going to be how much it is not. Because you can't find that. So now then let's look at what's another way can you write a rectangle where you can figure out something. How about this one? And then you can find out this. I'm going to change the color so you can see that there's a difference. So this is... Pretend this is all colored in. So if you know what the blue is, area for the blue, and then add the area for the red plus area for the red. Ah! Sorry about that. Oh, this is not my cup of tea. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, so if you find that, then you can find out what area it is not in this big rectangle. So then, what you have to do, find those two things, and then you subtract this from this great big triangle, the area for this great big rectangle. Great big rectangle. Minus yellow ELL. Hopefully you can figure out what this is. And then that will equal the area of E. See why people get mixed up on this? It's kind of confusing. You're going to have to go back and listen to this a few times so you can see exactly what's going on. Sometimes I have kids listen to this like 5 times before they get it. So no worries. Why don't you go ahead and rewind it or figure it out, and know that that's the trickiest one there is. Right there. You just did it. So right there is the trickiest one. Okay. Good luck. Use your brain. Think hard.